played Stevie Dempsey in event 5 a couple of days ago. Played brilliantly, but came up just short, and it was a brilliant performance from Stevie Dempsey, has to be said. The number 2 seed to knock out Dave Gilbert, the world snooker star. And he is going to get us underway. Tony Holgate stayed in the commentary box to join me for this one, Tony, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, promise has been an absolute belter. I'm quite excited about this one. As Tom Cousins I think he's brought his own chair with him now.
Yeah.
I've hardly ever seen anybody else sat in that chair, to be fair, the last couple of days.
Yeah, and he's had a lot of table time, so he should be a good touch out there. You worry about some players who have just won the title the night before. You know, he would about 11:30 by the time he got away from the arena, and you think they might go out and celebrate and stuff. But Tom, you get the sense it is business, and he's would have gone to his room, put the trophy away, and gone, right, okay, I'm playing again at 12:15 tomorrow, so let's be ready.
It's quite funny. I was just talking to Andy Williams after he just lost to Matt Cook, and obviously he's a teammate of Tom's in the Welsh team, and he said, Tom's all just normal self. He's talking about having a game of golf on Monday, and everything's all quite happy, and just before the World Championship starts, not even thinking about this. It's just everything's just so easy for him. It's just a walk in the park.
It is. I spoke to Dave Gilbert just before he went out, and he said it helps when you make 5 balls off every break, like Tom seems to. Sort of downplaying the rest of it, but tongue in cheek. He has been breaking really well with the cup break this weekend.
Absolutely. But what you're going to get with Dave Gilbert is, if he's presented with these chances, he's not going to miss them.
Yeah, that is true. He did play really, really well as well. I mean, he talks about not really understanding the patterns and, doesn't really see it out there, but he actually put together some great patterns in his match against Steve. A couple of times he went down the rabbit hole, but pool players will do that as well. It's not being critical of him for that. Tough layouts, sometimes you get yourself in a mess, but by and large, he took out good finishes and with really good patterns.
Yeah, I sort of looked at it, and you look at, a professional snooker player, especially one that's right at the top of the game, but you think playing this game, things like, the loss of turn shot where Dave would be used to doing that sort of thing at snooker.
Tactical, but he doesn't want to either. He doesn't want to play. He openly admit he's just going to try and clear up. It's hard for him to kind of think about doing anything else. All he can do right now is sit and watch as Tom Cousins is going to mop through this opening frame.
Rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
Copy and paste.
Already eyeing up number 11. He has done the double before as well, pointing that out. Did that roughly the same time last year, actually.
Yeah, he did. Remember it. That takes him doing to go through entire 4 days of not losing to anybody.
Yeah, played Stevie Dempsey in the final twice. Stevie didn't get 8 chances in two matches. Such was the level that Tom played at. And he is 1-0 up here against Dave Gilbert. And we'll update you with the rest of the scores as we're going along. More games to get underway shortly.
See Chippy's blasted back.
Yeah, disappointing first event, brilliant second event.
Yeah, David Hogan put him out event 5, early doors.
Yeah, David Hogan already underway in event 6 as well. He won his first round match, the prelim against Luke Sanjis.
Very solid player, David. Very solid. Roommates. Cousins at the table, surveying the situation. Nothing particularly easy here.
I didn't get the 5 balls that Dave joked about, but he does have a ball, but tricky layout.
I'm going to get rid of this yellow at the bottom of the table. Obviously looking to attack his problems early doors. Not an easy cut along this bottom rail. You've still got work here. I don't know if Tom can play a cross double with this yellow into the middle and send a cue into 2 reds and yellow at the top of the table. If he's quite got the angle. Probably needed the cue ball a little bit lower. Even the great Tom Cousins will be doing well. We get these now. Okay then. Right.
Hold your horses. He might well. It looks good now. What a shot that is.
No, I'm going to take my eyes out and throw them away. I've seen it all.
Yeah. I'm with you. I mean, I couldn't see how he could get out from there. And one shot later, he looks nailed on. I'd say nailed on. He's got to play a very good cue ball here, but the chances all of a sudden there. Thread the needle on and off the bottom cushion. Just like that.
It's obscene.
Ideal world, he'd like to have taken the one under his hand now. With the 8 ball being over the pocket, not really a problem, so he can come back to get nicer on it. Almost lands exactly the same on it as it happens.
I'm running out of things to say about him now.
Well,
it's just...
yeah. You can safely say that because that finish is naughty. Let's be honest, that is a really naughty finish. He's just put that ball up there. But he makes it look so casual when he does it as well.
I'd have lost money then because I thought this time he's not going to get these. And that turns out my big mouth. And
it's fair to say that there's no hangover from last night. And another dry break for Dave Gilbert, and he hit this one a lot better. He really did. Thought this ball was going in the top left. Refuses to drop. Bit of a stretch even for Tom. Gets this one wrong. Gets this one very wrong.
Wow. Well, our first look at Dave Gilbert. Sporting a rather fetching shirt.
Yeah, it's the angry farmer. It really is. Some shirt. Distraught. Going in off. Such a big asset, that. I mean, it's easy to have that temperament when it's going well, granted, but he's always been that way. Just very, very relaxed at the table. Goes wrong, just sit down, wait for the next chance whenever it comes. Keep on hand really helped Dave there. Allowed him to get himself perfect on that ball. Deal with the left-hand side. Careful not to put the red dead here. Plays that much firmer, he could stick it on the yellow and it could go dead. I'm getting a sense, Tony, you're still blown away by this shirt.
Unbelievable. I'm looking at it.
Good shot, that.
Yeah,
Static arc it round.
Lovely shot. Got on the ball in the middle now. Such a lovely cue action and from Dave Gilbert. And saying earlier actually when I was with Nick about, what's about actually Lewis Roberts' cue action stance, and it's so textbook, and it's like, you have a proper sort of snooker coach.
Yeah. Well, it's Dave's is very classical, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Gets through the ball beautifully. I mean, you feel like that goes without saying as a top snooker player, but not always the case. By and large, but he really has that classical look to it as well.
Cue ball very nicely steered through the gap of those yellows.
And the angry farmer is on the board. But strangely, almost because most people that cut break, the cue balls are a lot less likely to go in off. For Tom, I just feel like it's more likely because he hits it with so much power. The cue ball's being pinballed around. There's very few people can hit the cut break with that much power and keep it on the table.
Absolutely,
it's incredible, really. How level he manages to keep the cue here. When you're cueing off the cushion, you're digging down on it. The cue ball's often bouncing, and if you hit that second ball, it's got nowhere to go but off the side of the table. So that's why it comes off with extreme power on the cut break. If you can keep it smooth like Tom can.
Yeah, that's been worked on a lot, that break.
Weirdly, his front ball break, he does get a lot of bounce on it. When he goes front ball extreme power, then he gets the airtime. He gets, because he's, that's his power break from being in stroke rather than the sort of power front ball break where he really ramps it up.
Whoa.
I think the machine needs to be recalibrated here. 2 mistakes.
Well.
Right at the top of the table, does pass to top left. So, looked like a fairly routine finish for Tom. It's going to get away from, well, it hasn't got away from him. It should be 2-2 here.
That's right, Gilbert wants to be.
Like he could have done with a bit more up the table. This looks a touch straight. Enough just to force it. Looks better from this angle.
Almost like sort of pinch these with a bit of run inside. Sort of helps the ball into the pocket, I feel. There he goes.
Very nice. And, well, that was an error I was not expecting from Tom Cousins. It was a very surprising miss. Such a good break.
I like that one. Just the yellow that's top left. Pinned behind 2 reds. So a case for the red balls.
Top right, isn't it? Red top right is the issue. If it goes reds.
I'm not sure if it would squeak off rail and yellow together and sort of creep in. So he's having a little look at that.
Well,
you want to hit contact at exactly the same time with rail and object ball, and it might slide along. Tricky.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's a guaranteed one, but is that easier than trying to solve the yellow on the left-hand side? Decision to be made. The decision is reds.
I think Dave's probably looked at it and thought, well, if I don't get it, I'm going to get it over the bag sort of thing in his mindset, even though it's not the greatest shot if you leave it over the bag.
No. Well, he's done the right thing. He's gone to it as quickly as he can, and he's gone to it in such a way where he's going to be on balls after playing this shot. Watch where the yellow goes as well. Doesn't want to block the 8 ball. Shouldn't do, but just be careful with that. Oh, he has.
Oh, where's the cue ball gone? I think he's stuck behind the yellow as well.
Actually went in a lot easier than I thought. The reason I didn't think it was going to tie the 8 ball up is I thought the yellow might be moving a lot more. He might be getting it a bit thicker, but that was an excellent shot in terms of making the ball. And that's where the good news ends.
Well, he could just get through. I looked at the overhead and I thought he was glued to the yellow ball, but not at this black ball. I mean, there's no double there. There's nothing there. Trying to look for some way, try and move it now and just try and trust a bit of luck. Oh, wow.
It's very good. I mean, he needs 2 more big shots, but that's excellent. He was gambling a little bit because if he gets it full, he's snookered, but had to move it.
Yeah, one big shot really, because it didn't have to do too much with the cue ball. If you can make this red, which is tremendously difficult, white will come naturally over to the other side of the table, and the black does go.
Oh, what a shot that is.
That's monster.
Oh, this is naughty, this out. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And Dave Gilbert takes the lead over Top Cat, 3-2. That was special.
Quite rightly, a round of applause from the crowd there as well. It's heard in the background, and we'll have another look at that red. Look at that. That is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Tell you what, on a Monday night show, he really should be thinking about that break, because yesterday he was riding the 8 ball a lot with the cut break, and he's got it again. I think he had 2 golden breaks in one match yesterday. Obviously, golden breaks aren't in play, but if they were.
Yeah, he definitely did. I remember them quite well, because obviously the black just comes back up and you carry on. But yeah, it seems to do a lot of riding around the table with this break of his at the moment.
Tricky layout here. Having just seen 3 frames drift away with a couple of mistakes as well, pointing out. This is not the inviting chance he was looking for.
We're going to be coming off the knuckle of this middle pocket. Cuts this up the rail. Now he's got a little angle there on the one in the centre. If you can nudge the other yellow out on the left-hand side rail, he's just having a look at his angle. Ideally, once he's come into those 2 reds, and he'll just push that yellow down, and the 2 reds will work as a buffer just to hold on the other yellows at the bottom of the table. Played it heavier than I thought he would.
I think that yellow still goes. We're tied up with the red. It's actually not as bad as it looks. So he has nudged the yellow on enough. The other yellow at the bottom goes, and the one that's being blocked by the red will go the opposite way. So has to work this out, but at least the balls still go. Could go all the way to the top of the table here. Deal with that one. No, chooses to stay down. Just wondered if he could have got somewhere near top side of the right centre pocket, clip the one in at the top, and then his job's a bit easier from there, because now he's got to deal with these 2, go up for the one at the top, and then get back down for the 8 ball.
He's overcut it.
Well. Ooh. He was so worried about the cannon here. He wanted to be straighter on that ball so he didn't have to play a cannon. Wasn't. Focused on the cannon so much. Did not get the pot. Tricky potential loss of turn here. If he could get the loss of turn, then he could take control, but in playing it, you could leave a yellow on, so he has to be careful.
Just has the loss of turn, but yeah, if you don't knock that ball, you could easily, if you come off that red, but you could double kiss it and leave it sat there.
Yeah. Oof. That helps though.
Yeah.
Ties the yellow at the top up now. Now I'd think about the loss of turn at the bottom potentially.
Definitely.
But he may well be thinking about going and just backing himself to make a combination in the bottom of the table. Make a combination now. Brilliant.
Oh, that is absolute class shot.
Yeah, this is fantastic. Okay, he's got some issues still. He's a touch straight. But yeah, he's looking. I mean, we're both sat here thinking about how's he going to play safe, how's he going to play a loss of turn. Dave just comes out going, oh, I'm going to clear him up. We'll try to.
Ooh, he wanted to be straight on this, and it's a little bit more angled than he would have liked. I don't think taking it in the middle is a real great option. I wouldn't want to be playing it if now. She'd be leaving a double. I think it would still go up in the top corner. I didn't like the middle bag, especially at some pace. And he has left Cousins a good opportunity. We'll have this shot here to knock in the yellow as well. Brilliant.
Yeah, and I love the. I mean, I know it ultimately hasn't got out, but I love the creativity of coming to the table and seeing a way to potentially take out a tough finish. He's missed a pot in the middle, but one thing we talk about with Dave is can he see the ways around the table and figure it out? Well, he certainly can. Tom's a touch straight on it. You have to just accept the double. Could probably force across for it, but is it worth it?
I think he's tried to force across.
Yeah.
I didn't like that shot for the simple reason if you do jaw it, you're pushing the cue ball very near to Tom's reds and leaving him in plumb position. Well, today's red, sorry. He looks like he's going to play the cut up the rail. That's a fantastic ball.
Well, he's missed a couple in this match, but that really was excellent. That was one I was expecting to jaw and be rejected, and he floats it in like it's hanging over the pocket. Yeah, just finishing off on what I was saying, as we see a fantastic break from Dave Gilbert, that we will turn our attention to the Women's Pro Series tonight. So this afternoon, we'll be focusing on the Men's Pro Series 6, get ourselves down to the last 16, which is coming to you tomorrow, all the way down to a conclusion tomorrow. Tonight, we'll turn our attention. We have the Women's Pro Series. Looking forward to that. Who will jump out of the pack? We've got 4 different winners so far this year. Let's see who will claim title number 5. And I suspect it could well be one of those 4, such as the way the women's game is at the moment. We've got some big stars at the top of the game sort of competing with each other.
Lots of work here for Dave Gilbert.
Problems in both corners. Went for short position, just got a little bit too into it. Actually thought he was going to go on and off the cushion and try and target the red and just bump that out of the way. He felt he could hold, which would have been a better shot if he could have got there. He's seen something.
If he's trying to play into his yellow and screw the keyboard down the table and try and knock in that plant with the yellow. Well, I can't see anything else.
I don't see the double treble.
Cocked hat in the middle.
Quad.
Keyboard.
Yeah.
it was all about trying to do two things at once and get down into that area with the yellow and red stuck to each other, but didn't quite work out for Dave Gilbert, and it's the man himself now in a pretty good position here on the reds.
And that's what you will get with Dave. He's just going to chase a finish. Doesn't matter how bad they are, he's just going to chase a finish. Try and find a way. It's either going to get out or he can make the game easy for his opponent. Tom doesn't want to take anything on that. Blocks the yellow to the top of the table. And just half ball at the bottom of the table available, but not a lot you can do with that.
Well, this is the thing. Tom knows that if he leaves anything that's possible for Dave Gilbert, it's going in the pocket because he's not going to miss him. And his cueing is absolutely sublime. So he's playing a little bit more of a containing game. You maybe sort of just look. He'll have one eye on a more tactical decision in certain frames because of who he's playing.
Is the red-yellow a straight plant? Can Tom just take that off the table and then he's got control of the frame?
I think it goes sort of the right jaw slightly, but it might slide in slowly.
I think from here to make it, you would be potentially leaving sight of the yellow at the top of the table.
Well, he certainly has an angle on this red into the centre pocket if he wants to. If he thinks it goes in, you play the one to cut into the middle now with the red and knock it in, and there you see it's sort of going to that jaw. You certainly don't want to play that into the middle and then bump it over the bag. Gives you another hurdle to jump.
Yeah, just going to break it out, I think. So if it was a dead set, I think he may well have looked to play the loss of turn, then go.
Well, he didn't pot his red. Loss of turn.
And a chance. He's left this. This does cut. It's thin, but it does cut.
Again, just a little error there from our number one.
He's made more errors than he did in the quarterfinal, semi-final, and final combined.
Ooh.
That'll do. That will do. Doesn't matter how.
No. This is the thing with Dave Gilbert. He's not going to miss pots. You know, he'll knock this in 1,000 out of 1,000. So this is 4-3.
A lot of 1-1s and 2-1s. All the scores, Ultimate Pool TV, if you want to keep an eye on those. Wow, this is getting really interesting. A good break, but a terrible lead for Tom Cousins. So it's not the quick break clearance and get yourself going that he was hoping for. Will Dave be tempted? Yellow off yellow.
I don't think it goes.
I think it's going to hit the near jaw.
Yep. The position in that yellow that's over the bag is just slightly to the right of centre of that pocket, and I think it keeps it out. I mean, it would have to go forward before it did its right turn into the pocket, and it's not going to happen.
We can go reds though. Ooh, wow, he tried. Reds aren't terrible.
No, they're not.
Slightly loose safety from Tom. Because the two reds in the centre, they're okay. So the reds are pretty good here.
Well, you even look at it and you're quite surprised that Dave maybe missed that red.
Yeah.
Played it quite softly. I'm not a lover of playing long pots into corners slowly down the table. Probably half my cue action as well, but I don't trust myself to be that accurate.
I'd trust myself if I had Dave Gilbert's cue action.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
I always preferred to make sure that the pool ball knew it was hit.
give it a good old punch in. I think he's thinking double.
That's exactly what he's thinking, Simon.
Big pocket double. But he's missed it very narrow. Incredibly narrow. Well, he started so well in this match. The first 2 frames, it was just... I mean, the clearance in frame 2 was absolutely ridiculous. But to go 2-0 up, and you thought, okay, Tom's just on again. But since then, he's completely switched off.
Well, if there's ever a time to get in against Tom Cousins, it's now, because I don't think he missed a double all the last 2 days, and he played a few of them.
I thought you were going to say 2 years then.
Might be. He certainly didn't miss any doubles at all yesterday. You know, when he put himself in a position, he left himself a double, he banged it in every time.
The strange thing with that is he could have missed the double wide and high, and it would have gone in off the red. I mean, maybe he didn't want to because those 2 reds are set to go in, but you're not going to do any damage if you played it off the red. It would have popped both of them into play anyway. Maybe that's why I thought he was playing it. So it was almost couldn't miss it wide, but miss it narrow.
I think Dave Gilbert there was trying to just nudge that yellow off the rail. He didn't quite have the angle. He sort of just cruised past there now into a little bit of no man's land. He's elected to play a bit of a safety.
Yeah, he's left the gap though, so the reds are there, but the 8 ball's now not good. When does he deal with the 8 ball?
I'd be doing it right now. Play it at pace, that red into the top right hand corner, into black, yellows, and everything. Just pop it all out. That'd be me. There's no danger of knocking anything. You wouldn't think knocking the black in anywhere. Perfect.
Yeah, there you go.
Does he play a double here while he's on that red into the middle after his... I'll be tempted because he's dead straight. Slight right-hand side on it. I don't think you can miss it. He's going to play it. And you see putting a bit right, so unless he's playing a little delicate cut in the middle. Well, he did. Oh, I thought he'd over-chopped it then. Tom Cousins on the black, looking a little bit more laboured than usual, but it's a 4 each.
It's not how I thought we'd get to 4 each, in all honesty. We've both taken out a couple of naughty finishes along the way, but I've enjoyed the drama of it. It's been a kind of feast or famine out there. There's been a couple of mistakes, but a couple of brilliant finishes as well. That break's warming up nicely. It tells us that he can't break.
Oh, I'd like that one all day long.
That's as good as we've seen all weekend long. Parks the cue ball, balls fly in, and a beautiful layout. This one won't take long.
No. Yellows for me. Join the dots time. Pulled that a bit further than he liked there. He just wanted to be dead straight on that ball into the middle. He's now left himself a little cut angle. Might refuse to play it now and play the long yellow, which he is doing. Back in A1 position. I'd have gone the other way. I'd have played the one in the middle first there. Just left the angle screw down. But who am I to second guess?
Yeah.
An expert cubist.
Yeah, all works anyway.
I think it's just all preference there, that one.
Yeah.
I'd have been 1 inch nearer the black. My way.
As expected following that break, 5-4, Dave Gilbert leads 2 away from knocking out the number one. Sticking with the cut. The power cut.
This match simmering along quite nicely. I feel to some sort of a dramatic end. I can feel it.
Yeah. Could you possibly 6 red? Throw that out there. We haven't been close to one this weekend. One problem, yellow, and he's on it, quite literally on it.
We're not that far away from the old 15 seconds of shot, and I think we are going to see it. And see how Dave Gilbert copes with that. Actually not being used to playing at that sort of pace.
Oh, I thought he was going to get lucky there, but all that he's managed to do in that visit is just make reds a lot easier. The reason he wouldn't have gone reds was the red nearest the left centre was not in a good spot, but he's just nudged it far enough up that it's now just sitting over the pocket. So what a chance here for Dave Gilbert to go 6-4 and have the break.
Maybe we won't say 15 seconds of shot.
We might not.
Maybe Tom's thinking I want a couple of days off before the World Championships.
He did say, didn't he? Maybe a little bit of golf before the world start.
I think he was thinking of booking that for Monday, though, however.
Well, he can have Saturday, Sunday and Monday. Right now, there is absolutely nothing that Tom Cousins can do because Dave Gilbert's in prime position here to go 6-4, and he just broke cleared in the previous one. He does the same again. It is over.
That's perfect.
Very nice.
Lovely control there from Dave Gilbert.
Well, It's 6-4 to Dave Gilbert. He's on the brink of a famous victory here. Crunching break. Deserves a ball. Oh, doesn't get one. Is there a twist?
Well, remember yesterday, Cousins being 6-4 down to Aaron Davis. And then the break deserted him.
All off the break, weren't they, the next three? Yeah. Tough one, this, though. Has to go reds, but the first red's awkward. Oh, beautiful shot. Oh, it's still not gone nice, though. That red's just gone too far towards the top right, and now that's a problem.
Could he play a double? There's a big bag where the yellow is. Or does he play the thin cut into the middle and try and go into these three reds? And for a double, big bag, that's the one.
Yeah, that's opened everything up in one shot. Now should get it to 6-5.
As he timed his run to perfection once again. But then if the ball had gone off the break, it wouldn't have mattered, I don't think. I think we can rule out 6 red now. I think. Yeah. What's on the clock? I don't think these two are going to go into some sort of tactical exchange.
Yeah, agreed. It'll take a very strange frame to get us there. We will see a 15 seconds a shot. Tom Cousins with the next break. Just trails by the 1 now. Oh, here we go then. Tom Cousins changes to the front ball and jumps it straight off. And it is cue ball in hand anywhere on the table for Dave Gilbert. First time he's gone front ball in the match. I think that's why he's got the right smile. He's been cut breaking for about 2.5 days. Goes to the front ball and it doesn't work. And it's a decent layout.
Yeah,
here.
and of course you can put the cue on the, he pulled it then for the cue because the cue ball came off the table. You can put it anywhere on the table, not have to be behind the line. I just there for a minute. I thought Dave's forgot the rules, but
yeah, it was you.
It's me that's forgot the rules. Right. Taxi for Tony Holgate.
One ball to work out, and he may not do anything other than just leave it where it is. Oh, that's no good. He's on nothing.
Drama here in Blackpool. We're only in the last 64. Well,
TC will be thrilled to get back to the table. When you jump the cue ball off and you hit him as well as he did, you're expecting your opponent to find a finish. It was fiddly with all the balls in the top half, but expected Dave Gilbert to get that finish. And now TC has the chance to get us to a decider. Yellow on the break line does go top right. So everything is in the open now, thanks to that first shot. I don't think he wanted to be flat on the cushion.
No, he didn't. He wanted just a little bit of angle just to bring the cue ball away from there. We place the yellow up into this corner. I'm sure just settled to be at the table though after the break he just had.
I don't think it's too bad because the yellow goes right centre, so you can go top right and leave right centre. As long as you've got relatively straight, you're okay. Yeah, that's fine. Just top down for the final yellow. I think we're going the distance. Didn't really mention it at the time, but you felt that was the transition to the 15 seconds of shot there for Dave Gilbert, which would not have helped the situation when you got a fiddly finish when everything's so congested. But you got away from him anyway, and with 7:35 left on the clock, We are going to the final frame. Got to be. He's hit the last couple of breaks brilliantly, and he's had zero reward for them.
Look at the yellows, Simon.
I mean, they are all there. They really are just all there. But we said it, when he was 6-4 up, he will get a chance to win this match, and he did. Dave Gilbert wasn't able to take it. Now it's Tom Cousins with a chance to win the match. It is an easier chance, but you still expected Dave to get his. Won't be a comfortable feeling for that man.
It'll be the ball next to the black next. Just bring this off the rail a little bit, leave a slight angle for that yellow that's next to the red. And that will be formality. Just got to bridge over the black a little bit here, but that's not going to cause a problem to Tom Cousins. It's been a fascinating encounter. And like you said, Simon, Dave did have that chance when Cousins broke and sent the cue ball out off into the arena. Plenty of people have been here to watch this.
It's been a very enjoyable match. Some really good finishes, some drama. But it's going to go to the way of the number one player. Tom Cousins has done it again. He has come from 6-4 behind again. Dave Gilbert put up a great fight. He comes up just short, just the one chance to win it, wasn't able to take it. Top Cat moves on. He's into the last 32.